Welcome to The Best Medicine. I'm your host, Dr. Bradley H. Werrell, and we're here to explore options and potentials to help us grow as individuals and as a community with one another in these difficult times and challenging times. We're exploring all manner of potentials related to the human experience: physical, psychological, medical, spiritual. It's a wonderful opportunity that we now experience in this critical phase of our human evolution. And I welcome you to join us in our podcast, become more aware, and identify with people who are helpful and supportive of you in your efforts as a human being on this planet and elsewhere too. We're going to be meeting people who are doing things that are widely variant from what is so-called normal within our society, in the creative space, within the social space. Our common purpose, seeking to generate positive potentials to improve the lives of everyone in our sphere of influence, and to expand that sphere of influence so that we may positively influence others that are not yet engaged directly with us. That's the goal here. We will learn more about each other as we go. I wish you the very best. Thank you very much for tuning in. What was that they die from?
Alcoholism.
Alcoholism, right.
And so really, really good genomes for these people. And nobody probably drilled deep enough about why, how they not been fed as many people in the world. They don't have food stamps. They just living their life. So New Zealand produced Manuka honey.
Wait.
Manuka honey.
Okay.
Manuka honey, it's a specific honey that not a table honey. It's a therapeutical honey, medicinal honey. What's the major point of consuming this Manuka honey is to bring metal glyoxal into your bloodstream. If you put metal glyoxal in Google, you're gonna see a general determination that metal glyoxal is a poison. That was really shock news for me. So I consume poison every day. But coming back from history of Egypt, people, smart people, used to consume a very small portion of bee venom and snake venom. Somehow, small portion of poison assisted them to survive and be more healthy than people who don't consume such things. But of course, these people being very risky because they accept or not accept a small portion. And several centuries ago, or even 1,000 years ago, nobody clearly understood what a small portion is. Now we can operate by such measurement in milligrams, milligrams. But that time it was like, okay, consume like this. If you consume like this, you're dead.
That's right.
So that's metal glyoxal is mostly responsible for our blood, for our immune system.
Okay.
I don't know how. And obviously, I am not able to explain what specifically triggered in human body such mechanism that start withstanding bacteria and something doing infections in our body. But I found what phagocytes are.
Right.
Phagocytes try to eat some bad cells in our blood.
Yeah, they are white blood cells, also called a neutrophil, is the other name. for the audience.
Good.
Okay.
Sorry. So, but Manuka honey was not enough for me, because the most strong Manuka honey at that time, it was Manuka honey that contains 400 of methyl glyoxal, 400 milligrams per 1 kilo of honey.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to absorb 400 milligrams, that's a less than 1 gram. I have to eat 1 kilo of honey.
That's right.
And at that time, one jar of honey, that 250 grams, was cost like $40.
That's right.
So I flew to Brazil, and I met with people who produce propolis extract. And these people also told me they use a local honey and mix it with propolis extract. And what makes Brazilian green propolis special? Because their bees collect such propolis from Amazonian forest. And this Amazonian forest, of course, provide trees and bushes, a very specific plants, which you cannot find anywhere in Europe, in America, in Russia, in China. So I added such green propolis to my everyday diet. After that, I met with a guy, very old guy, some sort of shamanic guy. And he told me a story about shilajit. Of course, he didn't know what shilajit is shilajit. He called it mumio. And ancient Russian people know for mumio for centuries. People believed for many centuries that mumio is a remaining of pterodactyl's shit, been compressed, decompressed. So for many, many years, Russian people believed they do consume prehistorical flying device shit. But thanks to modern history or modern science, now we know that this is not a shit. It's for 46 million years composition and decomposition of prehistorical plant that was grown 60 million years ago in the mountain of Siberia, that time being like an equator. After that, it became a bottom of the ocean. After the eruption, the bottom of the ocean became the mountain. The mountain became plateau. A lot of things happened for 64 million years. I don't remember everything, so sorry. But yeah, the fact is, now it's a piece of very blackish substance. You cannot tolerate the smell. It really smells like a shit. It's very expensive, and you cannot put in your mouth without making like something like that. Not pleasant for sure. That's why daily consumption is 0.2 grams. And I used to mix it with honey just for the reason to be able to swallow it.
Right.
So, because Brazilian green propolis is pretty much expensive, really expensive, not expensive, it depends on how close you stay to Donald Trump. And I am not. That's why like $15 for 1 ounce, that's expensive, specifically counting that I have to consume such 1 ounce like per week. And accounting everything that's really added some value to my expense chart.
Yeah.
So I looked at Turkish propolis, brown propolis. Why Turkish propolis? Because their bees collect propolis predominantly from pine. And everybody knows that even in modern technology, foresters don't cultivate pines. So pines grow in the wilderness. No chemicals, no herbicides, no pesticides, complete wild wilderness. That's why I accept such propolis extract to my daily diet as well. I cannot say that my daily diet is pleasant or tasty. It's not. To make it pleasant, you have to add more honey. If you add more honey, it really goes out of your pocket. So that's actually my solution to people. If they want to be healthy, if they don't want to go to medical doctors, please design a special diet for yourself. People after 30 used to know themselves. I wasn't prepared. I didn't bring my water.
Uh-oh.
Let me use another remedy.
That's right.
Lozenges with Manuka honey and propolis. So, my final addition to my daily diet was Siberian cedar oil resin. Just 2 years ago, I added to my daily diet, and I am very happy about that. What the Siberian elixir of life is? It's a blend of 4 major ingredients. First, it's a red Siberian cedar sap. Probably you know what tree sap is. If you remember when you were a child and you walk among the trees in May or April, and any scratch of the bark produce some drops of sap from the trees. Cherry trees produce very good and pleasant sap. You can eat it. But sap coming from cedar or pine, it's not. But it's very healthy. With time, it became like a rock.
Yeah.
So it should be some sort of diluted. So Russian people dilute this sap in oil. And oil they press from cedar nuts. I'm not sure you're familiar with Siberian.
No.
So Siberian, it's a very popular plant in Eastern Europe, North China, and North Mongolia. They collect these fruits and press oil from their seeds. Very good stuff. So 2 types of oils, propolis and Siberian red cedar sap, they mix together and stay for 6 months.
Okay.
That's how they prepare such blend. And finally, since last year, this thing is available now here in the United States of America. Russian American population familiar with that. But my point is how to provide such information to American people who speak English, whose English is a first language. That's why I ask assistance, and now we are talking about it.
Right.
But my major point was, if it's possible somehow to reach those people who make a decision in our country about alternative medicine has also rights to be a medicine. Somehow let people to go to naturopathic doctors with the same insurances as they go to medical doctors. Is it possible to fight with our pharmaceutical lobby just to give us a little bit more spot on the planet to make our nation more healthy before coming to doctors, not after?
I think it's difficult, that road to hoe. That one is tough because the system is designed in such a fashion as to treat illnesses, not cure them, it seems.
Exactly.
So it's like this: the premise to make insurance company do a different job seems far-fetched to me, because insurance helps people pay to treat illnesses, not to cure illnesses. And insurance company is interested in maintaining the flow of cash and not causing it to diminish.
I really wonder if vehicle construction companies somehow been required to introduce a safety belts in their cars.
Yeah,
Because following such logic, it should be not.
goes like this. Is my estimation of it is this: people who want an agency to do something are giving away their own agency and not taking care of their own expense to take care of themselves. So the individual is responsible for the individual and for their family ultimately, and cannot expect the insurance company to do a better job than they are willing to shoulder and burden the expense. Does that make sense?
I do understand what you said, but at the same time, my brain cannot accommodate such statement.
Huh?
It's like, I don't know, we live in 21st century, so the society should govern, should perform much better on that. We should protect ourselves, and protection means prevention. So
no, is a moral. That's a moral statement when you say should. Okay, and it is. Insurance company is not part of a church. Okay, and so it's like this is idealistic assertion, right? So is it expectation of insurance company to perform to ideal is not a reasonable expectation by my standard of understanding. Because the insurance company is a human institution that is prone to human foible. And so we'll fall short of ideal. It must fall short of ideal. And
well,
so the issue is this: the humans must take up responsibility themselves for their own well-being and not expect the institution to pick up the slack. That's how
Wow.
I see it. Because it's like I can't expect, because you're competing with pharmaceutical industry has billions of dollars to twist the institutions to their own ends.
Hmm. That's a completely different concept.
Then
Like,
what?
then it was in my mind. I thought the more progressive society is, then more money, then more attention should be spent on taxpayers. So people should pay for themselves to spend less
Is
on self-destruction and
oh,
more for enjoy life, to be healthy. So funds should be forwarded in the direction of life quality improvement.
what funds?
Uh, a lot of insurance company, as I know, got major fund source from federal and state government, not from members.
I don't know. I don't know about that one. My understanding is they collect the funds from members, and or it's corporate organization that largely pays for the health insurance. I think corporates that are like their employees have a benefit, which is the insurance benefit.
I'm sorry, I didn't mention. I'm talking about Medicaid and Medicare, the
Oh,
major
so
insurance company, not privately owned insurance company. Of
this
course, I'm
one,
talking about
this one in the United States, it's maybe I don't know 25-30% Medicare, 25-30% Medicaid, which is for indigent people, and then maybe 50% are combined between private and uninsured.
yeah.
Right. So we understand each other. It's like this giant political football, though. It's like what Medicare and Medicaid do. The federal government decides a lot of how the medical finance works.
Based on my experience, and I am visiting different places and I'm talking with zillion people
Hmm.
during my business course.
Yeah.
More and more people rely on government now in the United States of America.
Yeah.
That's not 19th century anymore. Nobody is going to fight for their own health and happiness and wellness. They do rely on government more and more, like in my former Soviet Union country. Government became a monster that stepped on any part of our life.
Yeah.
So people never even mind to protect themselves. I look like people crossing a road. They not alarmed. They know that driver gonna stop at the intersection because they are going. They don't even think that the driver could be blind,
Right.
drunk, uh, upset.
Right.
He just or she maybe not just remember to push on a brake and bumps and their life is ended. They are so assured that the driver gonna stop. The same behavior goes for health. People so much assured that medical service gonna be provided for them even if they don't have any insurance.
Right.
If you don't have money, you admitted to hospital, all services gonna be provided. If you are poor, Medicaid gonna pay everything. If you have something, you have to pay. But people who has something, they think twice before going in any risky things.
Yeah.
They start to vaccinate themselves. They They think they take care about their health. Unfortunately, less and less people in United States are rich. I mean, in percentage.
Right.
So the middle class deflated. That's why I really got confused about how to fix such situation.
Huh. That's an interesting problem. It's like an educational process, right? You have to educate each person that is to, and you cannot save them all, right? Now, people choose to believe what they choose to believe, and they will go the way they choose, and they will not necessarily choose the way that is what you think is reasonable, right?
Once upon a time, I've been invited to a church here in Brooklyn. And I said, what can I tell these people? And she said, tell about your life, about what you know about Manuka Honey, and in general, what I want to hear is how you are responsible for your own health.
Right.
Okay, so I started my lecture. Not many people came, but all these people, mostly adult people, they listened me. After I closed my speech, one old man asked me, why did you tell us about everything about I have no worry to die? I've been speechless. So if people have no worry to die, why I spent 1 hour of my life telling them how to stay alive? What's the philosophy of people who listen to me? I want people to stay alive, to live healthy, prosperous life, not to be a vegetable,
Right.
not to be on the machine,
Right.
to be something clear mind, desirable, go to travel, I don't know, whatever you want. If you're physically capable, you are happy. If you're not physically capable, you are sad. Your life is nothing. I don't even understand how people could be happy if they stay in nursing home and they cannot walk by themselves and rolling their life back. Some of them said, Bogdan, if I knew such remedy do exist, I would start to consume it in 1930s. Said, oh yeah, you know, if I knew, that should be in the past.
Right.
Past never gonna be back. So look about your kids, about your grandkids, and tell them. And all people said, what? Our children, our grandkids, they don't know where our birthday is. I don't know. That's why I am here. That's why I'm trying to understand. Is it possible in general to tell people that healthy life has a value? And
Yeah.
such value is
so.
a really tangible value.
It's hard to see. It's like water hitting a rock on sometimes, and
Absolutely.
sometimes hitting soil, right? And it's hard to tell what word goes out and makes a good message, and what word goes out and bounces off, right? And it's okay. You just do this. You just act like that. Sprinkle the rain, and the plant grows where he grows, and he doesn't grow where he doesn't grow, and it's okay. And you did the best you could do, and that's as good as it gets, right?
That's why my supposition, based on such thing, then older we become,
Yeah.
then more value of each hour of life should
Yeah,
be.
buddy. Yeah, it's like that because you see it see the clock rolling, right? When you're young, the clock is so far away. It looks like nothing's happening. And then it's creeping up on you and it's like, wow, that is moving some quick, right? And that's okay. That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
That's why I don't have it with me. I have it in my kitchen. I have a ruler,
Okay.
like a tape measure, only a piece of wood.
Yeah.
So I am very optimistic. So I choose 80 centimeters.
Okay.
Each centimeter corresponding to 1 year of my life.
Okay.
So 80 centimeters, that's the end of the story.
I understand.
And every day when I approach my refrigerator, I look at these things every day.
I like it.
And
oh yeah,
56 centimeters already gone. So that's only remaining.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
you have to be healthy.
Yeah.
You have to be happy because every next year a piece goes down.
Poof, all gone. Yeah, man.
How to reach society minds, people minds, people. Such things is not indefinite.
That's
it
right.
has end.
That's right.
Life has end. Please enjoy this life. That's a value you cannot buy. You cannot deposit in a box and get somewhere when you need it. You live it every day, every minute.
That's right.
So money, like another Jewish guy from Borough Park told me, Bogdan, I am 86. You know what? I said, what? Coffin has no pockets. Oh God, that's true.
What? Whoa, that's deep, man. I like it. He's right. He's right.
Coffin has no pockets. And when I tell this story to another my people, they said, wise man. But same time, people said, oh, we have to collect money to prepare our funeral.
Oh
what?
My.
I said, listen, when you're already in this box, it doesn't matter how you're gonna be buried.
That's right.
No, no. We have to, so full scenario, and it costs $16,000. So we have to leave this amount of, I said, okay, hypothetically, if you're gonna spend 5,000 from this amount to stay 2 years more on this planet Earth, does it worth it?
Wow.
So when I see such face, said, have a nice day.
Yeah, it's over, man. Because that one's, well, I see you maybe when you think about it for a minute.
Wow. Yeah, that's a problem. So my ideal audience would be people who unacceptedly gonna exchange 2 years of extra life with $1 million, even if they don't have it.
It's a funny thing. It's like the people want to attach to life too much and want to be plugging the machines for 2 years, you know, and spend $1 million on machines and not doing anything. It's like, whoa, dude, that's not right. That's not right. It's like, oh, exercise every day, be strong, and make good 2 years, not 2 years extra tacked in a closet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not talking about to be a cyborg.
Yeah.
Cyborg won't be in good condition for 1,000 years, but these 1,000 years are not human years. You cannot live your emotions. You cannot feel anything except blood pressure,
Yeah.
Your heart's rhythm, whatever, something mechanical. No, I'm talking about go on a field, go to the beach,
Right.
take your small boat, take your grandkids fishing, grandkids hunting, whatever I like. I like plantings. I have my own garden. I do produce my own wine from my backyard.
Cool.
Yeah, you're welcome. I have 600 liters of wine. Yeah, I do produce wine, but I very rarely drink them. So I invite all my friends, come. And they cannot drink more than 2 glasses. They said, oh, something happened. But this wine is no sulfites. It's a really, really natural, only grape juice wine. I try to live life like this, and I want to be a propaganda of such life, but I don't know how.
Oh,
And people ask me, do you have your YouTube channel? I said, no, I don't. Why not? Because I don't know how to do that.
I understand. No, you're getting started. You're talking to people as a beginning, okay? There's people that I watch. I find this interesting. The things that I enjoy watch on YouTube is like there's a man in Canada. He likes to make a log cabin. You know,
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
wilderness, and he's just carving it by hand. You know, he's working his hands and making a log
Yeah.
cabin. I'm like, that's awesome. So it's like this. I could see you go out, show us how to make wine and how to fix the grapes and whatever else you do, and you know what I mean? And then you invite some people out. You say, you come out, I will teach you how to fix the wine and make the grapes, and I'll charge you a small amount, and you'll be educated. And you come and you be a student for a couple of weeks, and you stay in the cabins over here and do the thing. And you know what I mean? That people teach a people
That's
like example, you know?
uh yeah, maybe, but
Where
this is New York,
do you live? You in New York City?
Brooklyn.
Oh hell no. That's not even how do you make wine there?
Tell nobody.
I ran into a fellow. He was a biller for medical biller, and his family will buy a bunch of grapes and make wine. He gave us some wine, and it was nice. Family every year, get tools from grandpa and press the wine and make the wine. I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah, but the starting point is like you said, he purchased a grape.
That's right. You need the grape.
If you said you purchase grape, it
Yeah.
means from a store.
Oh yeah. Somebody
If
had
it
the
means from
market.
a store, it means it was farm grape.
Yeah.
Farm grape means sprinkle with anti-fungicide.
Something. Yeah. Oh yeah. Something.
My grape is from Brooklyn soil.
You grow them in Brooklyn, do you?
Yeah, my
That's good.
grape grows in Brooklyn.
That's good, man.
I have 11 variety of grapes.
I tell you can make an urban grape or urban vineyard, man. It's a specialty.
I can do a lot of things, but I have to sustain my life. I have to feed my family.
That's
So
right.
I have to do something.
That's right. That's right. No, I think teaching people is a way that you could educate and move forward in the dimensions you're interested in, like that.
Couple months ago, a woman called me, my cell phone number, and said, "Are you Bogdan?" I said, "Yes, Bogdan." She said, "You don't know me. I am a granddaughter of Sofia, who listened to you on Russian radio,
Ah,
and she told me about that beautiful Manuka honey that you explained about it." And I said, "Okay, so what you want to know?" And she said, "Oh, I think you want to know that my grandmom and my mom was very fascinated about what you said, but unfortunately they died. My grandmom died 2 weeks ago, and my mom died of COVID a week ago.
hmm.
So can you tell me, please, about how to consume Manuka honey to prevent COVID?" I said, "Well, Do you need to lose your grandmom and mom for the reason to call me and ask finally about how to consume Manuka honey? Does it cost too much for that? She said, we all learn on our experience. Well, I told her that Manuka honey is not a cure for COVID. COVID is a very sophisticated virus, so Manuka honey only increase your immune system, and you have to consume Manuka honey at least for several months to feel that, to let your bloodstream to accumulate this metal glyoxal, because we are not a robotics machines.
That's right.
We are
That's
human body. We
right.
sweat, we urinate, we go something in, and same day a lot goes out.
Yep.
So it should be collected, stored in us to be able to withstand something. That's not pharmaceutical that works like that. It's nutraceuticals. It's a supplement.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, I have to eat it too long to be healthy. I said, yes. No, that's not for me. I need something overnight. I said, so you're not my customer.
It's common. It's common.
That's why I'm here.
That's
How
right.
to break it, how to
You know
break
what,
it in mind.
is interesting because so I do today I went CrossFit train physical training, right? And the CrossFit, they say they only want 3% of population to be smart enough to do what they do.
Free. Oh, he is very.
But it's like this. So you go like this.
Yeah,
Look, your target audience is not as big as the whole population, because the whole population has got some rocks. I'm not going to grow any seeds in that one, man. Right? It's just not going to work, and it's okay. You just go like this. You sprinkle it out there, and then maybe 5%, 2%. You're looking for the smart people that are paying attention and are receptive to the information you bring to them. Right?
Okay, I have seeds. Do you have soil?
I'm working on it. I'm working on it too. It's the same thing. It's like we all bring in some seeds and some different ingredients to the pot and see what happens. Right?
I would greatly appreciate if somehow our cooperation, or let me say working together, gonna save at least one life.
That's
or
right.
prolong, I don't know, somebody life for a couple years, who gonna listen, who gonna watch your podcast and learn something that health initially was given to us for free.
That's right.
Yes, but after 45, it's not for free.
No, it's your responsibility now. You
have to invest
up the burden.
and invest.
Yeah.
Because based on my theory, our mother nature, it's a very fair, I don't know who, God mechanism. After we stop producing next generation, by definition,
your surplus,
we are trash. Burden.
Like leftovers, right? It's like
we are leftover.
It's okay.
We have to be disposed. You serve your purpose. Bye-bye. And said, what? I work all my life and now bye-bye? I want to start live now.
Right.
No. You're not.
Right. It's hard to now maintain and be strong and have a good. I think most of it is to have purpose. Okay, to have a positive purpose for being here, because I think many people, they lose purpose. They have no purpose. Why are you here? I'm not really have good reason to be here. So what happens is you're on the way to the bin, right?
I think 90%.
Oh, I'm not going to argue. And it's like, okay, these rocks go to the back of the bottom of the pile, right? We put the good soil on top because the rocks are not going to be good for growing anything. and it's okay, right? We bury them deeper, right?
Yeah. At least 6 feet under.
It's rough. Oh my, it's so terribly rough, but it's what it is, right? Fox has no pockets, okay?
Yes, please. If you listen us, please invest in your healthy life.
That's right.
Nobody does except you, listeners of this podcast.
It's an interesting function. This is nobody is going to save you. You have to do it yourself, right? You have to take the responsibility upon yourself to make your life a better place that you can enjoy to maximum benefit.
Every time, and I've been a host of a radio talk show for 2 years. Every time when people call me asking my advice, and I used to ask them, what's your purpose to be here? And such people usually after 80. And some of them said, I have a purpose. I want to be on my granddaughter wedding. Good.
Right.
Another man said, you know what? I escaped Holocaust. I want to see what happened in 2025. I said, why 2025? He said, because I was born in 1925. So 100 years time period.
Right.
A lot of people, I'm talking about Russian speaking people,
yep.
They have aim, target, they have reason to be alive. Same time, a lot of people who called me when I asked them, why you want to stay alive? They said, because I just used to be alive. I said, that's not enough anymore. You should have something in your mind that's gonna push you to that point.
That's right.
And for that point, like our car, you have to reach destination B. For that reason, you have to pump your tank with gas. You have to pay for this gas.
That's right.
Is it clear? Yes, it's clear. That's the same. If you're not healthy, you're not going to reach this destination because you die. I said, wow, you 82, and you said, wow, you never thought about it?
That's how it goes.
So definitely I need to go.
That's how it goes. It's like, it's an interesting thing because I think people take too much for granted, and they it's good to have a purpose. And I think it's hard.
One second.
Yes.
Wow. Much better.
Good.
Yes, and that's why I like to work.
Yeah.
If I'm not sure if such word is right, to work, because what I do is completely for free. I never charge $1 for my lecture or for my consultation. I am not a medical doctor. I don't have my office. I don't provide any paid services. But same time, I do recommend people exclusively based on my own experience and on experience of those people who trusted me. So I collected sort of like a database. So people from 45 till 60, if they suffer from certain diseases, how Manuka Honey and propolis help them. if they start consuming in 60 until 70,
Yeah.
how such blend assisted them to fight with certain things, how fast, how efficient, how many drops, how many teaspoons. And when I try to publish such information, everybody laughed at me because they said, who are you? Are you a scientist? No. Did you do this research in laboratory? No. So, okay, keep your knowledge in your own office, in your own mind. I said, well, okay, but it works. Nobody gonna buy it. I said, okay, that's why I'm here.
Huh.
That's why I'm here. I don't know how to share such really working information with people who lost trust in anything.
No, they don't. The issue is this: system is corrupt. Okay, people have been trained to trust institutions and proper authority, which you do not have because you did not go through proper channels to get the authority from appropriate institutional channel. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
And it's like this: you're not wearing the right hat with the right brass on the shoulders and the hat that doesn't match.
Yeah. And you don't have a yellow certificate
Yes.
under a glass on your wall.
Yes.
Without such certificate, you are nobody.
Maybe.
I said
it is an interesting problem, isn't it? It's an interesting problem. It's like, to me, it's this does not exclude direct marketing to people themselves, but it is a harder job because people have been trained to follow the leader, right?
Sometimes I do understand such statements. Sometimes it's not. Everything that related to health improvement, or let me say to health picture, a lot of taboo around that.
Yes.
If I'm trying to teach you, for instance, how to make your home wine, there is no problem at all. I can make my YouTube channel probably. I can write a book. This book gonna be published. I'm gonna be rich. But as soon as I said how to treat your
yes.
yeah.
Now here's how it goes. Okay, you ready for this? Teach you how to do this. I can teach you in fast too. Fast. I can teach you fast. You're a good student. You're an excellent student. Goes like this. You don't teach them directly because you're going to get in trouble. Okay. What is because it's like this. You're making medical claims. You got no piece of paper on your wall. My goodness, there's going to be, hey,
yes,
it's going to get ugly. Stop it. Okay, so it goes like this. Here's what we do. Yeah, let's check the door. Get my pitchfork ready because if you're coming in, I'm ready. Okay, goes like this. You teach them how to do wine. You teach a class on wine. You do this, make large audience on wine publicly. Then privately, you tell them Manuka Honey, what you know and how you know and why you learned. And it's like this.
Come on.
Oh my. Oh my. I'm not done even talking and you're on me. You go like this. It's you're making public claims gets public trouble. Does that make sense? If you're not have the appropriate pieces of paper and credentials, et cetera, it's like that. You're looking for trouble that way. If you make get a large audience of people that trust you because you're bringing them good information and they like what you're doing, and you say, hey, I want to show you this thing privately, that's nobody going to cause a trouble for you. You know what I mean?
Well, I have to change the entire course of my life to do that.
I'm not saying that.
I'm not ready for that.
Okay, no, not trying to fight with you. I'm just like this is suggestion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like this is how to do this minor modification to achieve the goal, right?
Yep.
And it's like that Because to me, it's like this: is human-human interaction is the strongest connection you can make with people. And it's like this: they trust you, then you show them something that you think will help them, they'll probably listen to you. You know what I mean? And that's as good as it gets, because it's like if you raise a flag and start making advertisements in a public place, that's looking for trouble, because the insurance company and the pharmaceutical industry is going to get mad, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Wait,
We
and nobody.
both seems very small soldiers. We
Yes,
cannot fight with
tiny.
such army.
No, we're tiny soldiers, and we just like this. We work. We
Yeah.
work together, okay? We work together, and we organize, and we use that strategy, because otherwise we're just ants going to get caught underfoot.
Yep.
And it's like this. It's okay. This is circumstance of the hand we were dealt, right? We get to play the cards.
Yes.
It's okay. So it's like this. It's like, well, you have information, like some circulars, bulletins you wrote.
Not really. Ah, yeah, of course, but on my computer only. It was not printed.
Just research. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's
just
interesting. That's interesting. And it's like this. It's like I think and I talk to people frequently that have like shocking information to bring to the public. And it's like so shocking that public will reject it mostly, right? And it's even more worse is the authorities going to come shock you back because you shocked the wrong people, and we're going to show you some shocking, right? And it's no good. And it's like, I tell them, it's like this: back up 10 steps and wrap it up in a nice pill, so that message is in the pill, but the pill is bigger than you think is necessary, because you're a very direct person, right? Make it more indirect, so the people can get to the message on their own, and it doesn't shock anybody. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I I like one Christian statement that I heard a couple years ago. He said, "Can you imagine, guys, if a new Jesus gonna come back on earth, how many certificates he gonna have to prove that he's a Jesus?"
Right, right. That's it. That's it right there, man.
That's
That's it.
yeah.
So we do this, and it's like we are in a web, right? It's a fancy web, and it's watch out for the spiders, okay? We got to watch out for the spiders and not make him mad, because he's got big teeth. He's not friendly, and we work with each other and try to work between the web and make our own connections with people to make it work and not cause trouble, right?
That should be a great thing, because I'm first time on your podcast. I even have no idea how many people now listening to us, or gonna listen, or gonna see us.
That's
And
right. I don't either, man. I'm like this. I've just been making it go for not very long. And John told me, he said he's going to get you on in May.
oh,
And that's okay. It's like this. It's like so it's like I have no idea. This is new to me, okay? It's like snowball rolling down a hill, and it gets bigger as it goes, and you don't know what you're getting exactly as you go, right? So, and it's like this: we make some connections, we pass ideas around, and we try to figure out how to work together and see what we can make happen that's positive for the people.
perfect.
That's all we can do, because it's like, what if we try to make your life a little better, right? It just doesn't have to be. I don't have to be that much better every day, right? I got 40 centimeters. I get maybe 22 centimeters. I don't know. I'm just making up numbers, right? It's how much time we got remaining. And it's like this: if it makes an incremental change, a little better every day, make a little better, change an idea a little bit for the people to get some ideas and how to improve the function as the group develops. That's what we are looking for.
Yeah. Do you have any feedback channels on your podcast? How you know, how you hear voice of your audience?
That's it. It's like I'm depend on John Giffray. He works as an agent,
I got it.
And it's like that because it's that the digital information is not I'm not interested so much. You know what I mean? I'm interested in information. I'm interested in talking to people and connecting with people, but I'm not interested in digital interaction is alien to me.
Exactly the same.
So it's okay. It's not necessary to be expert on this. I let the young people who grew up with this technology from a younger age, they can do this, and we pay them for service. Okay, and it's like this, and it's like at some point you depend on people, right?
Yep,
And
that's
it's
true.
okay. It's okay. So
That's
it's like this. So you have do you sell your products?
Yeah, I try. Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. It's like this is no small thing, and it's well appreciated to try to help people is all that you can do. That's how I see it.
I'm lousy seller. So if people say, listen, I don't have money, I cannot pay you like that, okay, get it as is.
Do you have a website you use to distribute?
Not yet.
Oh, you haven't even got there, man. All right, that's okay. I won't make fun of you. That's okay, because it's like you got to start in some place, right?
My ideal buyer is a pharmacy, holistic pharmacy, naturopathic doctor offices, something like that.
Oh, there's compounding pharmacies.
Compounding pharmacy are more they are not cooperative pharmacy at all. Compounding pharmacy here in New York, they don't have much over the counter stuff.
I understand.
And and because all my products goes under category of over the counter,
Yes,
they said no, that's not our merchandise.
I see. So I've seen that. I've seen that physicians sometimes have supplements. They sell supplements
Exactly.
in their
Yeah.
offices. That happens. That happens.
Yeah.
It's a very tricky one. That one is zip code sensitive, where the money is, right?
We live in 21st century with Amazon, with YouTube, with eBay.
That's right.
It
That's right.
doesn't
But it's
matter where you live now.
no, it doesn't. But it's like this is like you need someone with it's promotional. You know what I mean? That's how I would judge it. That someone has to say, hey, just check that out and try that.
Uh, yeah, like again, my experience really much confined New York City.
Yeah.
Rabbi said to his congregation, man, that honey is good. Next day, all shelves empty. Hallelujah.
Right.
One word.
Right. So I would be very interested in talk to you about your research and what you found when you were traveling all around and doing research in various countries on the health and their diet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's going to be a long conversation.
Yeah, that's okay. We make that another one, and that's okay. It's just another way we can connect and perhaps provide some positive influence on the public.
Good.
I think that's a pretty good time to wrap it. We can call that a good little meeting. I
Yep.
enjoyed get a chance to meet with you, and
Thank you.
and talk about what you're doing, Bogdan. Very interesting work, and certainly your spirit is properly motivated to helping the people and oriented toward improving people's lives, and that's the positive thing. I like that.
Through their mind.
That's right. That's right. So then we'll look for you again.
Anytime.
I want to thank you for spending a minute with me.
Thank you.
All right. You take care, Bogdan.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Best Medicine Podcast with Bradley H. Werrell, DO. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe below, either over there or over there. Also, if you're interested in a medical consultation with myself, there's also information below.